And she kind of puts her down. She says, "But for the moment, we have to focus on saving Q's body and then his spirit, whatever that means. I didn't think I'd be going to hell in my second week of school, but
Yeah, me either. This is I mean, like, we get into some kind of pretty adventurous, crazy stuff, but it's definitely a first for me.
well,
All
hopefully
things.
your new friend, Akar, Jaren's brother, is able to. Hopefully his benefactor is able to offer us the protection he claims.
I hope. I think so. I mean, he seems like a pretty reasonable, honest person.
As far as
And
devils go, he seemed rather easy to understand.
yeah, I definitely agree. But if you're looking for some peace and quiet, I was gonna go down and go sit in my really cool brain chair with Moya if you wanna go down there and hang out in the quiet with me. I was gonna go
Yeah,
down and check on her, so you can come with
yeah.
me if
So
you wanna.
you two walk down to the captain's bay for the rest of the night. You guys hang out, just kind of in the same room, reading books, going over your tomes, like adding to your spell book and shit. Just general wizard stuff. Just kind of hanging out away from the ruckus up top. I mean, the skeletons can't talk, but surprisingly loud. Um,
Can I,
I think.
if, are you
yeah.
done, Balmoria?
Oh yeah, I'm good. You're
Um,
good.
could I go talk to Jaren?
Sure. What about?
I'm gonna ask him, I'm gonna say, hey, do you worship the Raven Queen, right?
Um, he like touches the pendant on his neck and he's like, "Yes, of course."
Do you mind if I kind of ask you a bit of a deep question about that kind of stuff?
I think it will depend on the question, but if I can answer it, I will.
I kind of sit down and I'm gonna ask him. I mean, I'm not much of a religious holy man myself, but from what I understand, a lot of what y'all kind of not really preach, but is a lot of the stuff is fate. So I guess, do you believe that every death that occurs is just fate?
He sits down next to you. He kind of thinks for a moment. He says, "I, I do not believe that every time somebody dies, it is my mistress's choice, but I think that is her position in the universe. There are many times in this world where people die before their time, where otherworldly entities come and destroy innocent life. And the purpose of what we do is to maintain the balance and to make sure that people will die, but when it is appropriate, and not from these creatures that would harvest their souls or take their essence. All living things are connected by a thread, a giant woven net between all of us, me and you and the Raven Queen, my brother, and your swordsman, your druid, all of them. We are all connected. But we do not decide when those connections are severed, and neither should anyone in the material plane. It should be natural, decided by time. And that is the purpose of being a follower of the Raven Queen, is to make sure that while the people around you will age and they will die, that they do so after a full life, a happy life, that they lived fully, realized, and did not have stolen from them prematurely.
After he says that, I kind of like I just kind of look at him. I'm just gonna get like super real with him. I'm gonna be like, I mean, I don't really talk about it much, and I know it can kind of be the center of maybe some a little bit of mockery, which is fine. But I mean, I lost the love of my life not even a day after marrying her. Lost my sister, all family. You know, I don't even know my real name, and I like I said, I'm not a religious man, and I don't place any blame on the Raven Queen, but it's just, I mean, if this was my fate, it is just kind of fucked up.
He thinks for a moment and he puts his head down. He says, "Many of the fates people share in this place are not pleasant. They never are. But from the little I know of your story, it is an example of an outside force taking something it should not have. Whether it was your choice falling for a trick, some entity saw fit to remove life from your life before it had the permission of every other creature that decides when something dies. Something from your world took this, not the Raven Queen. And it is evil and it is dark, but I can say that though the threads of your wife and some of your family may be severed, and as dark and as grey as your thread may get, it still exists, and there are ways to repair what has been broken.
I guess I just wanted to ask. I mean, there's no better person to ask than the holy man of the Raven Queen. I just don't want to feel like me visiting Elysia is in a way toying with my fate when I'm not supposed to be.
He looks at it is very aware of you to think so, but the Raven Queen, and many times in history, has given gifts to people who have had things taken from them to say their goodbyes, to return what was lost. It is possible. It is not guaranteed, but everyone assumes that because the Raven Queen is the matron of death, that after death, that is it, there is nothing. But that is not the case. While she oversees the moment people transform from living to dead, it does not change the fact that their souls exist in other places. And she has many times in our history, documented by the church, given people who have had everything taken from them, people who were in the church, people who were not, a chance to make things right.
Yeah, I mean, just uncertainty. But I guess all we can do is wait and see.
That is what separates us from the entities that take, is that we do not know where our fate ends, but we accept it. Those creatures do not, and that is why they go against the nature of the world.
I'm gonna kind of stand up and give him a firm handshake, and I'm just gonna say thank you, and then I'm gonna.
Of course. He
go
pats you
up
on the
and down.
shoulder. Yeah, and he's gonna do something a little bit weird. But it'll make sense in a second. He's going to cast. He is going, again, this is not how the spell works, but this is just how I'm doing it. He is going to touch you, and he's going to look at you, and he says, I understand that you have lost everything, but just because you cannot see it does not make it real. And he's going to cast Ceremony on you. He's going to cast Wedding.
Wedding.
Yeah. It says you touch adult humanoids willing to be bound together in marriage for the next 7 days. They each get a +2 bonus to AC within 30 feet. He is binding you to your wife's ethereal spirit for the next 7 days. You just have a +2 to your AC.
Oh my god. Do I like see her, or is it just
No, it's just a feeling.
okay? I kind of just like look down at my ring. Maybe it's like shining a little bit or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever you think would happen,
Dude.
yeah, it's just a feeling, a small visual that you get, something to show you that something's happening.
I just tell him thank you again, and then I'm gonna head off to bed.
Yeah. All right. So you guys finish up the night. Everybody dips off to bed after you're studying and you're talking and everything like that. Go ahead.
I want to try something.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading up on the god. To pray to her, you have to sing. So I want
Yeah,
to
if
see
you
what
wanted to do that, you're more than willing. Yeah, you're more than able to do that. Yeah.
I know. I just wanted to do a performance check, see what the.
Yeah. No, I think as you're praying, Rock just starts. Honestly, I think that Goliaths. I think their thing is like throat singing. It just makes sense to me. They're mountain people.
Yeah.
And you guys hear Rock on the edge of the ship start to do this deep, rumbling singing. It just sounds like Mongolian throat singing. Him humming this abrasive noise and a whistle over top as he sings this song that none of you have ever heard, that you can only assume is from his childhood.
Still yodeling.
There's a small German man with lederhosen on.
It's Bim.
That was all. That's
Yeah, no, that's great. I love that. I love that. All right. So as the night winds down, you guys all go to bed. Everybody gets a long rest in. If you don't have everything fixed, you're free to do so. Nothing happens throughout the night. You guys are all bound together, and that many ships together, not many people are going to want to attack you without a lot of preparation. So you guys are good. You wake up the next morning. Ships are ready to go and everything like that. Are you guys heading straight off?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Could I get up
did
an hour? Wait, we're waking up, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Could I get up an hour earlier and perform a ritual?
Go for it.
Can I perform Find Familiar?
Yeah. What's it look like?
I want kind of like a little like pixie fairy kind of thing.
Okay.
Kind of like just like that, kind of matching my look with a like black dress,
Okay.
kind of light gray wings.
If you didn't say that, I was gonna say it looked like a 55-year-old man with a beer gut with a pixie.
Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh!
What's
God.
good, my boy?
Long time no see, my man.
So yeah,
Hey.
when you guys all awake, I'll say that you do the Find Familiar and like you cook breakfast for everybody at the same time.
Yeah.
So when you guys all awake, you guys all walk into the ship kitchen deck for breakfast, and you all see Yu-Gi-Oh with a small female pixie flying around the kitchen helping him make breakfast. And go ahead and roll a wisdom check with we'll do an intelligence check with advantage. 15, pretty solid breakfast, as good as you've been making for as long as you've been making breakfast. Pretty solid. I mean, I'm cooking for 40 people. Like you've got it unlocked for cooking all on your own.
I had an action surge for this, guys. Come
Yeah,
on.
you gotta burn your action surge for the day.
He's like yelling
Oh,
at the
man.
pixie. It's raw. Shit! If I could throw
Like a two top on table tree.
he like puts two pieces of bread on her. He's like, "What are you?"
Donkey.
Crushes her wings on it. Oh man. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you have a name for your familiar or?
Not right now, but I do want to name it.
Okay, that's fine. You got some time. Right now it's just kind of floating around, kind of like buzzing, helping out. Like you can just mentally give it commands and it'll help with what you need. So the rest of you wake up in the morning. Anything you want to do in the breakfast time before you guys get underway?
Can I just go? I don't know if I'm still down like in the bottom in the captain's chair,
You
but
can be
can I
wherever
just
you want. Yeah.
yeah, can I just talk to Moy and just check on her, see how she's feeling, and make sure she's good to go on the journey?
Yeah.
Just check in with her.
Yeah, you convene with Moira. She's pretty good. I mean, especially after all the work last night, like she's like, I feel much better after last night's repairs. Like she's back at full. Like she's good to go.
Okay. I just want to check in. Tell her
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep taking care of her, and we'll have a good day.
Cool. All right. Anybody else got anything specific in the morning?
Yeah, I think Gabe made me like an omelet, and I just like poured blood all over it.
Pull out a blood
just
pack.
have
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an anime ketchup bottle.
Yeah.
Just-
That's what it is.
The
You guys
blood-
said
the
Orion
blood-
has his own.
yeah.
Orion has his own ketchup bottle.
The blood bottle's right next to the ketchup bottle, and they're unlabeled.
Yeah.
I
Rock will
accidentally picked
sometimes
up the
mix them
blood
up and
bottle.
doesn't. Yeah. Rock just doesn't care.
Ketchup
Oh.
tastes weird.
Interesting.
me of home.
Interesting.
He said, "Why you pour so little? Untwist the cap and fish pour it."
Gotta
No,
lick your plate clean.
oh, DM, while we're traveling, I would like to make the conscious decision to like be more attentive to my armor. See like
Okay.
if it gets like freaked out again, or like the feeling of uneasy gets.
So as opposed to
more.
blocking it off, you just kind of want to try and get in tune with its emotions.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it. Go ahead and roll me a strength check with advantage.
Okay. Strength check advantage.
Just because I'm allowing your strength to replace your
Hey.
charisma.
That's a pretty good roll.
On a 23, that's pretty good. I think, yeah, without much of a struggle, for some reason today, you and the armor just kind of feel in sync. Like, you just feel right today. Like, he's not fighting you like normal. He's not trying to get into you, and you're not having to hold him off. So it's more of you're both just existing.
Okay.
My turn.
Can't hold me off, Rock.
All right. So, anything else from you guys? Anything?
Rock is now sleeping with his door locked.
Fair enough.
You can
Fair
only
enough.
keep me out so long, Rock. I have Eldritch Blast.
I've got the keys, Rock.
Remember who's the MP, Rock? You just keep jangling.
I let you stay in there because I want to.
Oh my
Rest easy.
God. Rock goes up to skeleton, the Skelly Boys.
Yeah,
shit,
Rock
alright?
shoots, he goes and bunks with Sammy.
Skeleton Sammy.
Rock doesn't know that Sammy is like a crochet fanatic, though, and that's all he does when he's not captaining.
Arr, Rock. Look at me, latest
That's beginning
creation.
Rock, I made you a scarf.
He goes to lay down in the bed. The whole thing is just a knitted blanket pillow.
Rock, how do you like my hand-knitted pillows?
God damn.
All right, what about the rest of you? A car, anything?
I could think off the top of my head.
It's all good. You can just kind of, do logistics on the ship, make sure things are moving right.
Yeah.
A little bit of navigation. All right. So with that, you guys are going to head deeper into tormented space in the direction where you know is the graveyard of the gods. So we can either leave it to a luck check, or somebody can make a navigation check, which is based on intelligence.
Oh,
I only have a +3 to intelligence. It would be good if
You know what?
like Fi did.
Let
Fi,
me
you have
roll.
like a +5. we end up
Let me
back at
give you
Stratus.
Yeah, Rock's got it.
I'm just kidding.
Fi, you get what, +5?
Yeah.
I'll just let Fi roll. I know he's got it.
All right, go ahead and roll me just an intelligence check, normal.
That's a
13.
save. That's a save.
That is a save.
My bad, my bad.
8.
17. Okay.
Yep.
Anything you want to do? Add to that.
Can I
Can
give
I
him
still
advantage with my
revive
inspiration?
You could give him advantage. Well, you guys have options here. You could give him advantage. Fi can flash her genius himself. I think Valmori has something she can do.
I'll use my
So
inspiration to give him advantage. So we don't have to use a spell
Or an-
slot.
Silvery Barbs is a
It's a spell.
It's level 1, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a ritual. Sorry, guys. Ding dong.
Just use my inspiration.
Silvery Barbs as a ritual would be fucked. That would break the game so hard.
It could be like a long.
Oh
one.
shit! Wait, you guys don't have to make this roll because a car is a minotaur. He's a specific type of minotaur that always knows directions. Always.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
He's something called a Sigillian Minotaur, which they were born in labyrinths and stuff originally. They were protectors, so their whole thing is like, oh, we always know where we are. So
I made a car, little pigs in a blanket.
Very
He's sleeping on those right now.
yeah, so I think you guys are like trying to figure out where to go, and a car just walks up and points at a place on the star map.
There.
Fair enough.
I'm
And then we're
just
like,
a hunch,
where?
but I
He just
think that's
points
where we're
in one.
supposed to go.
So yeah, you guys head off in that direction. Now to see if anybody bothers you on the way there, I need a high or low from someone.
Rock got this one.
All right. I'm feeling low.
Oh goodness.
Wait,
Okay.
DM,
What's up?
can I use?
Nope, not on high or low rolls.
I'm feeling low. Let's go.
Luck checks don't count. Because luck checks aren't a mechanic, so get fucked.
Use fate token on the luck check.
Yeah. No. So you guys head into space for a couple of hours. You're going along. You don't see anybody around or anything like that. All of the sudden, who's Valmir would be piloting. You get a hail on the communication system from a nearby ship that you cannot see. You hear like a like a like white noise like sound that's waiting for you to accept some incoming transmission.
Do I back to them?
You're the captain.
It'll be
kinda,
rude
click
not
my
to.
thing, I'm like, hello?
Hello, sir. You have reached an extended warranty on your ship.
In the room right now.
What? I'm sorry.
Are you in the captain's room alone right now, or are there people in there with you?
I think Indy's in there with me. Yeah, she's smart. I want Indy in there with
Is any of
me.
the rest of the party near the communications system?
I'm probably near the brig. I don't know if that would be near.
Okay. Valmoria, do you notify anybody that you guys have an incoming message?
Bye. 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 Bye.
I'm
I tell bye. I'm like yelling. You're really
Yeah,
loud.
so yeah, Fi, somebody just starts screaming your name from below deck.
I go check it out. What's going
Yeah.
on?
These things scam callers.
Yeah,
Hello?
somebody's contacting me about my car's extended warranty. What do I do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dedication if they're doing that out here.
Might just need to update the warranty.
I tell Faye, I'm like, I heard a little on the communication system. I think someone's trying to like message us or get a hold of us. I don't really know, but that's kind of your mechanic thingies are kind of your thingy. So yeah.
Yeah. Is there any way I could check and see if like it's a bad or not without having to answer it right away?
I don't think your communication system right now is pretty primitive. I think it's either answer it or don't.
I see. I just kind of look at Valmoria and say, so, "You want to take the risk and answer it?" And what do we want to do? That's our only option.
Yeah. I mean, what? But. Oh, what if we answer and it's like freaking Namtar? Well, I feel like Namtar would just fly to us.
Guys, I think I forgot my J's in your doorway. I need those back. Those are really expensive.
I have a smoking hot date tonight. I need to impress her.
I need to have my drip back, guys.
He's not talking to anybody, I swear. Lonely man.
Yeah, so what are you guys gonna do? You want to answer the comms or no?
I'd say do it. See what happens.
I'm leaving it to them. I'm not in the cockpit.
Yeah.
I mean, like we could answer it, and if we don't like it, we just hang up and go a bit faster.
You know, you kind of have a good point
Nope,
there.
wrong
Fi.
number.
Oh, you're breaking up.
I'll call you.
Sorry, I'm in the elevator. Bad reception.
Going through a space tunnel right now.
So, come on, what you guys want to do? You guys want to answer it or no?
I guess we answer it. I feel like I'm gonna regret that decision.
You are now brain dead.
Your eyes explode.
Turned into a literal potato.
All right. So
We're actually getting a call from Dr. Fentanyl.
Dr.
not defend.
Oh.
So, Fi, do you pick up the comms, or who's answering?
Clay.
I mean, I'm assuming it's like a speakerphone type system.
Yeah, it's
so
like think of it like a trucker radio.
I guess I shrug and press the button.
Let
Yeah,
Clay
so you pick up
answer.
the thing. As you answer, the message starts coming across. Instantly, you hear a voice. Is buddy or bogey? Buddy or bogey?
Buddy?
Buddy.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is Fi.
Yeah, so the thing just asked Buddy and is waiting.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not trying to be violent right now. But buddy, sure.
What's your business in this sector?
I'm just traveling, just looking around for something.
You traders?
Like traders in the way of trading
Like
goods.
merchants?
I mean, I'm sure people on here might have stuff they'd be willing to sell, more so buy, but you know, that's how it is.
You want to do business?
I look over at Valmore, he's like, do we?
Ask them what they're offering.
Well,
What kind of business?
What are you offering? What kind of business you offering?
I got all kinds of stuff. I own my salvage ship. I own Shaban's shitty slag supply store.
Well, I mean, doing a little pit stop probably wouldn't hurt, but maybe we should consult the rest of the crew. Do you think that'd be a good idea?
Yeah, definitely. Can you give us 2 minutes?
Better hurry up. I'm low on gas.
Okay. Guess we go up to the top of the ship. Be like,
Hey, you guys want to go
Kinda like-
shopping?
yeah.
Yeah, we can go shopping. Yu-Gi-Oh, get out of me. Yeah, we could go shopping.
Some shady guy called us and said he wanted to do trading. I don't know if we can fully trust
You say
him, but,
guy, you instantly think that this might be a woman.
It also could be a woman. You never know. But they said they got stuff for us to buy. So
Yeah, I mean, if they try to do anything, we'll just kill them. So
Rocco,
you
what
know,
are you doing?
that's
I don't think we need more blood on our hands, but
an aggressive thing to say.
well, it's true. If they try to do anything,
Did you turn
aren't we
the
just gonna
comms
kill
off?
them?
We're not in the comms room right
Okay.
now.
yes,
good.
we're not in the room.
I was
We're
about to
up on
say,
deck.
like,
They just hear us talking about killing them. Like,
buddy, your bogey just changed.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, obviously, if they do anything mean to us, we're just gonna kill them, right? I mean, am I wrong?
Well, let's
I feel like we learn.
How about this? Let's go in with good intentions, no violence or anything, but be ready just in case. But don't jump the gun or anything.
And we leave one
Agreed.
person in the control room.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So you guys go back to the comm station. What do you do?
So yeah, sure. We'll come shop.
We're gonna
crash.
You hear the voice go, good, dock in now. Those of you on the deck instantly, directly to your right, see a ship that was previously invisible just appear next to Moya.
Oh, that's not fun.
That's a
Um,
little shady.
And
You wanna
instantly,
see
as
that
you
guy?
do so, a platform starts to shoot out from a side deck. It's like an old, shitty salvage ship. It's like a metal spaceship put together of all these old rusted parts. It's not a pirate ship at all. It is like a Star Wars spaceship that's held together by shitty old rusted bolts and stuff. It's even in space you can hear it. The engines are sputtering and stuff. But the platform reaches out and hits and docks the side of Moya, and you guys can enter if you want.
Yeah, I'll kind of look over at Valmoria and say, "You're right. That is shady, but we do have to learn how to do that."
Definitely agree. We gotta, yeah, on the list of priorities.
Who are we leaving in the control room?
Who's the biggest
Okay.
If
liability?
you guys want to go shop, the other party can cover security.
Okay, yeah.
A
Okay,
couple
yeah.
of them may come, but some of the bigger ones will stay. And Zanzost and Jaren, they'll stay and run security.
We got Clay too.
Yeah, Clay can stay and run security too.
And,
But if you guys all want to
Adam.
go shop, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll go shop.
Yeah, I go shop.
All right. You guys all walk over the platform. There's little shitty handrails that are shaky and barely holding on as you walk across. As you step onto the platform, even though there's no gravity, you still feel the platform because it's just so old. As you enter, you see the door kind of gets caught halfway up, opens all the way. You guys enter into this weird little dirty airlock room that's shooting mist and steam everywhere. Closes behind you guys, and you feel the area pressurize. A second door opens, and you enter, and you just see this giant, the midsection of the ship has all been hollowed out. You see to the left, there's like a door that's blocking off what you assume is the cockpit and like the captain's area, and then in the back you see a door that seems to be blocking off the engine room. But all of the inside of this ship is like a hollowed out core that just has all kinds of junk and slag and weird obscure items you've never seen and old pieces of technology just hanging from racks that go from floor to ceiling. You see a small, I'm talking like 2.5 foot tall individual hobbling up towards you guys on this gnarled cane. Seems to be wearing this like kind of leather shirt and pants with a like black cloth cloak over top of it. No hood on. You see like this long, stringy gray hair and the shriveled up little face. A set of glasses where one of the lenses is just missing. It's just not in the glasses. She hobbles up and she looks at you guys. She goes, "We're doing business, right?"
I'm assuming so. I mean, it looks like you have a lot of stuff here. We got a lot of people. I'm sure someone will find something.
She hobbles. She walks by. She like smacks the shit out of Phi's shin with her cane as she walks by. She walks just. "All right, my name is Siobhan. You walk around, get what you want, bring it to me, and we'll talk about price. Enjoy."
Okay. Fine.
And you guys realize this is literally just a moving space junkyard. That's all it is.
Fi, do you see any parts you might need for that motorbike thing?
We have to make a roll for that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a investigation check with advantage. 21. It's hard because a lot of the technology is new to you, but from looking at what you saw on the ship, you know one of the biggest things you'll need to replace is an engine coupling to make sure that the engines like function together in sync because there's two of them. And you do see kind of an old one. It's a little bit rusty on the wall.
I see something over there. Looks like it would be useful. I mean, it's a little beat up, but hey, can you do?
Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of junk and wires. There's some like weird, obscure weapons and stuff you guys could look at. But as far as the ship, I think that's the main thing you see. Additionally, actually, I think on a 21, you see it's not the one you would have looked for, but you could also. There's a slightly older navigation system that wasn't made for the ship, but that you could install in it nonetheless.
Oh, that would be helpful. We do have...
And truthfully, that navigation system you could put in the small ship or Moya, and it would allow Moya some freedom as far as like general movement in a direction without the captain being, you know.
Yeah, we do have 17K in the party fund.
You guys also, for those of you that are interested in weapons, you guys do see some laser weaponry here.
I do fucking want that.
Is there a lightsaber?
A sword?
Perhaps
There are no straight lightsabers, I will say, but there are definitely weapons that are like there's like
Plasma?
clubs that have like plasma emitters on the tip. There are blades that have edges that superheat and stuff like that. Yeah.
Are there any guns?
Is there any blueprints?
You'd have to talk to her and dig deeper for blueprints. As far as guns, yes, there's a good amount of like small laser pistols and stuff, and like a couple of rifles and stuff. They all look old. They all look like they've been used a lot, and that they may not last forever. But they all seem to be functional from a first glance.
But I even feel like just getting one means I could like figure it out and make more.
The hard part is you'd have to break it apart, find what you need, and then find those parts to make it again. But it is possible.
And
So if I like bought, well, never mind. I'd say if I bought like 2 of the guns, he could like take one apart, learn everything in it, and then fix it. But okay.
I mean, again, these are old, kind of barely held together weapons. This is a salvage shop, but could be done.
Like, what about the you were saying, like the plasma weaponry? What kind of damage does that do? Is it
There are
fire?
like the main one, like the biggest, now I'll say the most valuable weapon she has in here. It looks the best. It's in the best condition. There is a giant two-handed maul on the wall. That is a giant hammer, but it has the ability. Normally, a maul does force damage. It has the ability where once a day for a minute, you can basically emit plasma spikes from the tip, and it goes from 2d6 to 2d10 damage.
Mm.
And the damage is force instead of bludgeoning.
Rock. Or would a car want something like that? I know he's a cleric.
Well, a car's weapon is very important to
Oh,
him.
okay, okay.
Yeah, the having the sensor is very important to his character.
Rock.
And it's just a giant two-handed like futuristic hammer. It looks like it's like a wrapped like electronic shaft with a twisting handle, and the tip or the head of it is like this big massive metal with these wires coming off that spin around, and like on the back there's like a kind of a cap that looks like it's got some kind of engine that's powering the hammer.
This might be a long shot, but would they have any like gloves that could do like a little bit of laser plasma damage that I could like put on my hands?
There are, again, not super reliable, but she has a couple of sets of gloves that allow you to grow essentially laser claws. So it would, I mean, they equate to 1d6 damage, which is kind of what you have now. If you had monk dice to replace it, it would be higher, but it replaces your bludgeoning damage with force damage.
Okay. I want to buy the nicest.
Hold on, are there any skulls? There are skulls, but none of them are human. All right, what were you gonna say, Caleb?
I was gonna say I want to buy the nicest laser pistol that she's got.
All right. Does anybody else have anything that interests them? Like, what are you guys gonna want? Because right now is the engine coupling, there's a navigation system, and then it's weapons so far. So is anybody else interested in looking for anything else here? I know you just said blueprints.
Did I ever get the Starburst engine made or not?
No, it's like a big job, and I actually do think you don't have all the parts for it yet. So if you want to roll another investigation with advantage to see if you can look for Starburst engine parts, you can do that.
Okay, boss.
A 25 is pretty good. You want to flash a genius and make it a 30 or no?
Sure, why not?
Okay, on a 30, you see she has a miniature particle accelerator in here.
Sounds like something I need.
That is what powers a Starburst engine. You have to have one. It's essentially you take a miniature particle accelerator. You have to infuse it with a large amount of power one time, and then it runs infinitely. So if you bought this, you'd have to find a way to infuse it with a shit ton of power. But once you did,
Bomb.
Well, Starburst engine or nuclear bomb depends on what you're going for.
It works as both.
So we can nuke an Amtar.
Nuketar.
Does she have
And then
any
lift up and
axes
hit
in here?
I don't think she has any specific axes in here. There are like one-sided. She has like one-sided, like one-handed axes, but no war axes like yours.
Okay.
Say like the maul is the biggest weapon she has.
What was the damage on that thing again? It was like what, one,
Naturally, the
The
weapon does
two-
2d6 plus your strength, which is
2d6?
it's the same max damage as your axe, but a higher minimum, because your axe you can do minimum 6. With the maul you do minimum 7 because it's 2d6, so minimum your roll on the dice is 2. So it's a small increase, but once per day for a minute you can twist the handle, and then 2 plasma spikes come out of the ends, and it does 2d10 force damage.
Yeah, how many turns is it? That's 10 turns, right?
10 turns.
Yeah, that's generally a full combat. Yeah.
Dude, that's actually pretty nice.
Got that thing.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
All right.
I'll grab it. See how much it costs.
I'm just taking a list of all the shit you guys want to get, so we'll add it together at the end. So I'm gonna write down the engine coupling, the navigation system, the maul. Caleb, you said you wanted the 2 nicest blaster pistols.
Yeah, the 2 nicest she has.
Got it. Yugio, you wanted to ask about blueprints?
Blueprints.
So you walk up to her. She's just sitting at like the counter right now, and like a chair that she has stairs to climb up into that like puts her behind the desk. And as you walk up, she doesn't even look at you. She's like, "What do you want?"
I was looking to see. I really don't see anything on the floor here. Do you have any, blueprints you keep away?
Yeah, without looking, she says, yeah, I keep them under lock and key just because they're easy to make off with. And she hits a button under the desk, and directly to her left, you see a wall spin around and a huge, like, scroll rack of blueprints.
Okay. I
I
start
want to go over to where
looking.
that's at and look at
Yeah,
them.
yeah, I figure you would follow shortly, yeah. So what's
Like
Yu-Gi-Oh
moth
looking
to
for
a
here?
flame.
Is there any like well, I guess swords first of all. Like any sort of blueprints that stand out that something Yu-Gi-Oh would fit
It's
with.
interesting because this is a space and they live where melee weaponry and swords and stuff are generally not as effective as a lot of the ranged weapons they have, like when you have laser weaponry and stuff. So there's not a
Okay.
ton of like, lightsabers and shit like that. I will say the one you can find is there seems to be some sort of like plasma-based short sword thing, but it's more it is meant to be used as like a secondary weapon to help with blocking.
Okay, that's good. That's all right.
So like it's one of those things like you have a sword in your main hand and you have a smaller sword in your left hand that doubles as a shield plus an additional weapon.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Is there? Yeah, that's not bad. I don't think that's something Yu-Gi-Oh would use. Is there?
I don't know. You are a dual wielder and you don't really have a good second weapon right now.
Yeah, that's right. I know. So it's like it's a short sword though.
It's a short sword, so it does a d6. It does do force damage though, force/plasma damage, which is rarely resisted in this game. But it also will give you an AC bonus while you have it out.
I feel like it might not be too bad for me though if I'm going in and I have a pistol in one hand.
It
and
would
bat
be.
in the
Yeah,
other.
it would be the blueprint.
It would be
that we
good. The
be able to-
problem you're gonna have though is that you don't have the means to actually fight with somebody with a pistol effectively that close. Like you don't have close quarter shooter. So if you're that close, all your shots and shit are gonna be a disadvantage and stuff. So like it may happen. It's a good point that it may be good to
Yeah.
have, but like you like your character, if you're in that situation, you're probably in a bad spot.
It'd also just be like a good tool to have too, just for certain
Yeah.
situations.
Well, this is kind of specifics, but you also don't have the dual wielder feat, I don't think.
I mean, just like in a general sense, with that type of thing, it'd be a good thing to have.
Yeah. I think for 5, I think I was going to say, except since what you're looking for is some kind of additional protection, as opposed to like another weapon, they have miniature shield generators here.
Mhm.
My goodness.
Like a small shield that you can wear on your wrist that generates as opposed to carrying around a giant one that will give you a passive AC bonus.
Interesting.
And they're plasma based and stuff like that, so they can deflect certain weaponry that normal shields can't.
Can you put armor or give any equipment to familiars?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Is there like blueprints for the flying machine that I have?
That's a good question. Let's make a luck check. High or low?
Hi.
Well, it was a natural 20, so they're right in front of you.
Nice. Yoink.
Yeah.
He goes 1, 2.
And
oh, there it
you
is.
immediately see at the top, these are labeled, these ships, they're called dragonflies.
Nice.
Oh, so cool.
We will be taking this one for sure.
So, do we think this plasma short sword would be good for at least someone else too?
Yeah, I think it'd be good to have.
Okay, so yeah, I said we take that one.
Amara could use it now.
Yeah, it would be effective for her.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we
Short
take
saber.
that.
Yeah, I mean, there are a
Hmm.
couple of other like plasma weaponries and stuff. Like there's plasma daggers and stuff. There are also means to like imbue weapons that already exist with extra like plasma without like you could take a sword that existed and attach like a certain power pack to it to like superheat the blade as opposed to it just being a lightsaber and things like that. It wouldn't work on like your water blade and shit, but any kind of metal blade you could do that with.
Could I do that with my scythe plus the hemocraft?
Yeah, you could buy like a power pack and attach it to your scythe, yeah.
I'm definitely doing that.
The blueprint is just wrapping barbed wire around it.
Yeah. Well, the power packs she actually just has. It's not even just blueprints, but she has like the actual power packs to do that.
Is there any like cool hats or boots?
Cool hats and boots.
Or
No.
Great question. There's a set of rocket boots.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
yeah.
Yes, give him
I
that.
thought there might be.
Okay, so the rocket boots, they're very cool, but they give you a flying speed of 20 feet. Okay? It's not that fast, but it gives you verticality.
You have to get those rocket boots. Because if you don't, I am.
Okay. Is it the boots or is it blueprints? Is it?
No, it's the boots. I mean, they're old, they're
Oh.
beat up, they'll probably need repairs at some point, but there is a set of rocket boots here.
Okay. We'll grab them to discuss price. Yeah.
And then you asked about hats. Mm-hmm.
Or glasses. Something for my face. I feel like I'm kind of naked up here.
The only real thing she has as far as like masks and stuff is she has some like respirators that would allow you to like breathe in space or water for an hour.
Well, I could breathe in space with the thing now, with the shot that he gave us, right?
Well, you can't breathe. You just don't need to breathe.
Oh, and then I can already breathe underwater with
Well,
another one,
the respirators go beyond space. Respirators allow you to breathe in any environment. That's a better
Oh.
way to say it.
It wouldn't be bad to have some.
That might not be bad for everybody. Or, yeah, anybody.
Yeah, they're fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably
Yeah.
cop enough for everybody.
Get a few of them, yeah.
Yeah, those
How
definitely.
many? I mean, the more you buy, the cheaper they'll be. So how many do you want to buy? She got a ton of these. They're all used, by the way. You have to clean them. But she changed the air canisters, so they do have an hour.
Enough for
I don't
everybody.
think Rock's cleaning his.
I'd say enough for everybody in our party at least.
Yeah. So
I need a number.
7, 8, 2, 4, 6,
You guys do have a lot of people on your ship, yeah.
8, and then we got to do the other party too, huh?
Some of them don't need to breathe. Like the constructs don't need to.
Like Clay and the robots.
Yeah, they don't need to breathe.
Well, I'll tell you right now, these things are cheap. They're 10 gold a piece normally. If you buy over 20, they become 5 gold a piece.
Oh yeah, let's just do that.
Okay, let's buy more than.
Alright,
We were
So
I
20
think we were gonna
respirators,
buy
that's
more
just
than
100
20.
gold, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. And that'll give you guys plenty of backups. And in the future, you'll have them in case you need them.
Is there a way like we can get that almost as an attachment onto the ship thing?
What? The respirators?
Yeah, kind of like almost like an aerator for the whole ship. where
Oh,
we
well, the
kind-
Spelljammer already has its own oxygen field. It makes its own oxygen while you're on the ship. It's when you go
Oh.
outside. Yeah, that's why you
Okay.
guys are able to like be on the ship and be fine, because there's an atmosphere that the Spelljammer creates around itself.
Okay.
All right. What about Valmoria or a car or anybody? You guys have anything that you might be interested in from here?
Frick, I just had it. Does she have any like spell scrolls or anything? I don't think she would, but on the off
Yeah, I
chance
don't think she
does.
has spell scrolls here, but well, hold on, let me check something.
Or any, lost
Oh, look, the anti-orchid scroll.
or any
Yes.
lost
Mimics.
wizard spell books, I just might have
Does
thrown
she
out
have
any
any-
mimics here. Any mimic babies here? Let me just pull out my staff real quick. Metal detect.
When you say metal
You don't-
detect, it goes off on fire.
Metal.
Metal.
Okay.
Guys, I think
She doesn't have traditional spell scrolls. She does have 2 techno magic spell scrolls.
Oh.
The 2 spell scrolls in quotations she can sell you, which they're actually little data discs, are 2, I believe, 4th level spells, techno mage spells. One is called Synchronicity, and the other is called System Backdoor.
Synchronicity.
What level?
They're level
Fourth.
4 spells. So Synchronicity and System Backdoor are the 2 spells that she has.
Backdoor. Okay. Also, can I pull up my staff and see if she has any mimic babies on here, just in case?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception with advantage.
Can I roll to see if I smell any?
No, because Valmoria has the staff. Like, it's a
Nah, that
special.
makes sense.
Yeah. Mimics or aberrations, they don't really. I guess they do smell, but not like that, yeah. Orion would just have a hard time telling in here specifically.
It smells like rust.
On a 16, you don't sense anything, but the staff is vibrating a little bit.
Ooh. Can I silvery barbs myself and re-roll?
Mhm.
Just regular, normal, or would it be an advantage?
You can give yourself advantage if you want. You're allowed to give it to yourself.
Yeah, I'll give myself advantage. Big money. Big money. A 5 again?
Hey!
What the hell?
Wait,
Nat 20.
The other one was a 20. Yeah, you get a distinct feeling that there's in the corner a giant pile of just data disks. You think one of them is not a data disk.
Can I go over to that corner and start sifting through
Yeah,
the
on a
fucking data?
20, you just reach your hand in and pull it out. One of the data disks is like squirming and reaches out and bites your thumb.
Hey, I kind of give it like a little flick. I'm like, I know your mother, so stop biting me.
I run over and
Yep.
eat it.
You immediately get a sense that this thing is so aggressive right now because Moya's right next door.
Oh, okay. I'd be like, I whisper to it. I'm like, I'm going to take you to your mother. Stop
Right. So you're gonna try and buy this creature, or you're gonna try and slip it in your pocket?
I wish Omar was here.
Hey, worst case scenario, we just kill the old lady.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
We'll kill Rock if you try to kill the old lady. So just shut your mouth.
God.
Not
I heard that.
And her
First,
shitty
put the
slag
magical
stuff
bug
store.
on your mouth.
She
Think
pull out a
before you speak.
fucking rocket
Why
launcher
don't you
on
try
you.
to? Why don't we just try to talk with her about it?
Exactly.
If you didn't
I
put it
just-
together,
I hope it's
she's a
me.
techno mage and she's in a mechanical ship. You guys would stand a chance, but it'd be rough.
No, I know. That's
I
why I was saying not fight her, but like
Yeah.
talk with her about.
She,
Hey,
weak
this
old lady,
is-
her ship, protect her.
Yeah, I just wanna hold on to it right now, and then when we go, I want to talk to her about it. But the one other thing I wanted to look for, if there was any nature-esque weapons or items that may help me commune with different creatures or anything of that kind of sort here.
There's nothing like that. Nothing in the way that traditional nature exists. But I think looking at the weapons, you do see one of them that you are not somebody who would normally look at a technological weapon and be like, something feels familiar with this. But you come across one of them that's this kind of almost like assault rifle type looking thing. Not a gun that you think you would necessarily use or want to use, but what you think it does is what interests you. It seems like this gun is powered by star radiation.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, solar radiation powers this gun.
That's super cool.
Valmoria,
You think
do
you
have
think
a-
you think it does a fuck ton of radiant damage too.
Vamoria says,
Vamoria.
this would be a cool weapon in my D&D games.
Do you have a 4th level spell slot?
Yes.
I think you should get that system backdoor.
Okay. I mean, depending on how much they are, I have a decent chunk of gold. I could try to get both. In
Just
my
look
own
at the party
personal.
fund.
Yeah, we got 17k.
And if one of us copies the spell, then you can copy the spell from my spellbook, or I can copy the spell from your spellbook, and we both have it.
I just honestly like
can
system
compare
backdoor. I don't have
notes.
a 4th level.
Yeah, but you can copy spells
Spell
in your
slot, yeah.
spellbook before you can cast them.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have any.
Yeah, I don't know, but basically for the system backdoor says this. It's a minute casting time, cast on yourself. The spell allows you to bypass system security in order to create a login on a foreign system. The login you create allows you to administrator level privileges on any computer system not enhanced through technomagic. The login defeats any technomagic spells of 3rd level or lower. Once the duration expires, the login and all privileges are wiped from the system. System logs supposed to show the activity, but the user identification cannot be found or traced.
I thought, yeah. And at higher levels,
Oh,
it's
that is
better.
very cool.
And then synchronicity is the creature
didn't
you
get
touch
that.
feels reality subtly shift in its favor while the spell is in effect. The target isn't inconvenienced by mundane delays of any sort. Traffic lights are always green. There's always a waiting elevator, and a taxi is always around the corner. The target can run at full speed through dense crowds, and attacks of opportunity provoked by the target's movement are always a disadvantage. Synchronicity grants advantage to stealth checks since the target always finds a piece of cover available. Additionally, it has advantage on all ability checks to drive a vehicle. In the event that two or more creatures under the effect of synchronicity are attempting to avoid being inconvenienced by each other, the creatures engage in a charisma each time the spell's effects would oppose each other.
What the
Ooh.
fuck is
Yeah,
that?
contest of charisma. I didn't get it at first when I read it.
Yeah.
So
Just good luck for the day. That's what the spell means. You just get good luck.
Okay, that's
oh,
Also,
pretty
the
cool.
target has advantage on all checks to drive a vehicle. Just saying.
for an hour.
Hey, we drive a vehicle.
Hey, he got there.
Wait a minute.
So,
No,
quick
I
system
don't
back
get
door
it.
down. Are you guys interested in the other spell scroll or no?
I am
Yeah.
personally. I don't know about anybody
I
else.
think, yeah, now that you explained it a little better, yeah.
I'm asking about
Excited.
the Sonichu medal on the shelf over there.
A relic from a different time.
That's
Few
not for
years
sale.
back. Yeah, I bought that back in the day.
You
It's
don't
protected me
wanna
from
buy
so
that.
many merges. All right, I have a list of stuff. Is there anything else, like a car, anything you might think you want, like anything you guys want to try and add to this list before you start haggling?
Gabe, you got the jet boots, right?
Yes, I got the jet boots.
Just making
motherfucker.
sure.
Do any of the skulls look really cool?
I mean, the two tech spells she had over there. As far as the other scrolls, go ahead and roll me a religion check with advantage.
Skull.
Oh,
not
skull.
scrolls.
Oh, I think you said
You can roll
scrolls.
the
Okay.
scrolls
Well,
too,
also
Mark.
still roll me a religion check with advantage.
Skulls, God.
On a 14, I'll still give you some information. A lot of the stuff in here seems like astral creatures that you don't recognize. One is very strange. You see what you are assuming, because of your knowledge and experience in hell, is a Tanari skull. A Tanari is one of the first demons.
No, that one.
You want that one?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put it on the list.
He said, ooh, pretty.
And I think even without like a spell or anything like that, like yeah, there's some magic coming off of this skull.
Oh,
Okay, so I've got the full list. Let me add some stuff together.
Haggling time.
we'll throw in this little lizard guy.
This racist.
You guys are
lizard
lucky
guy.
that this is a junk ship, so a lot of the parts you're buying are cheaper than you might think.
You know what? We'll throw in a cat lady while we're at it. They're a 2-in-1 package. They always ask each other what each other's favorite color is.
Okay. And our old friend left their motorcycle. You can have.
Yeah, you can have that one too. Yeah.
Let's not be too hasty.
So, wait a minute.
I gotta add all these numbers together real quick. Give me a second.
And we have this random old guy. You can have him too.
What about these 11 frogs?
My old love.
Yeah, can we ask her if she knows Sammy?
Oh,
she
no.
has definitely done business with Sammy before. Yeah, 100%.
Business. Mhm.
She's just as old as him.
She docked with us, and Sammy was like, "Ah, not this bitch again."
I thought I escaped.
I'm just gonna be down the block.
I gotta go.
The judge said I didn't
Okay.
have to pay alimony anymore.
You see as you guys go and you drop the pile of shit on her thing, she pulls out like this weird like technological like calculation device. It looks like an abacus, but somehow technological. She's just like her fingers are moving inhumanly fast as she's like throwing numbers into it and stuff like that. And she says, for everything, if I go by market value, you guys owe me about 4K.
Do you have any interest in Astral Dreadnought scales?
She looks at you, she says, I've got plenty.
Oh.
Do you have anything else interesting you'd want to trade or no?
All right, guys. I'll take one for the team.
All right, Rob.
Never mind. Okay.
All right. Get out of here.
All right.
Never
You
come on my
stay
ship
back.
again.
I'm sorry. Just walk away.
So, yeah, she's saying 4K for all of this.
My charisma's not good, so I'm not gonna try to persuade him. Somebody with better charisma's got to.
But she also did say at market value, and some of these things aren't market value worthy anymore.
That's true.
Who has good charisma?
A car.
A car.
Right now, we're all just staring at her. Can I get a?
Yeah, does a car step in? Does a car do some haggling or?
I mean, sure. Damien's not good at haggling, but sure.
Fair enough. Well, you guys can also like work in conjunction. If more than one of you want to try and convince her, that's fine.
I'm just going to tell her, like, look at the condition of these parts. Clearly, this is not a market value type situation. I don't even want to know where you got this from. I don't ask questions. I understand it's part of the business. But some of this stuff, we're going to have to spend another, what, 400 or 500 gold just to get it working for our intended purposes?
And I said it by myself. It's pretty much what I was saying, but with more words.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check with advantage real quick, because people are helping you. $20? Anyone want to add anything to that?
Yeah,
Class for genius, I think.
I'll walk
Clash
up
of
and
Genius makes it a 25. So what, does Orion want to like try and add anything to that roll or?
to the roll. No, I was gonna try to add another point to what he said if that would help.
I think since the roll's been made, that wouldn't change much. If anybody can like add numbers to the
Okay.
roll right now, that would help.
Let me see. Unless I blood curse of the eyelister, but that might make her hate me.
If you want, I'll let you use a blood curse to add a d6 to this.
All right, let me mark off a blood maledict.
As you start bleeding from your eyes, she's like, oh, I kind of don't want you on my ship anymore. Can we finish this and you guys can leave?
I just look over. It's like, he's got allergies. Just don't worry about it.
Getting it on the floor.
On a 23, she says, fair enough. Some of the mechanical parts I know are a little bit old. Make me an offer.
Say 2,800.
She says, I'm not even making money on that.
32.
She thinks she says, 36.
34.
I'll do 35, and I'll throw in that little data disky little nature lady was playing with.
Deal.
As she looks at you, she was watching you the whole time. You were digging through the data disk pile, Valmoria.
Well, I wasn't gonna steal it. I
Yeah,
was gonna
she
talk
she
to
saw
her
you weren't trying to
about
steal
it.
anything. She just saw you interested in the thing.
I just want to yell, she was going to steal from you. That's a thief. She's stealing.
16 10-foot tall robots come out. Bolt.
Bro, Caleb, I swear to sweet, I'm gonna curse.
They just have a
So
trigger.
yeah, she holds
activation
out her
of thief.
hand for somebody to shake. Her little tiny hand.
You said 3,500.
3,500.
3,500. I'll
Caleb,
shake her
that
hand.
woman's
I'll
hand.
shake her hand. I'll wipe the blood off of
Uh,
it first.
Yeah, her hand surprisingly strong.
Wow. Ooh. Ow. Ooh. Goodness. Okay.
You
Pulls
could tell
you
this
down.
this old lady is like, as old and tiny as she is, like she's moving all this heavy shit on her own.
Strong grip you got there.
Yeah. All right. So she starts like handing over the pile of stuff. I have all of the list and everything like that. So all the individual items we'll go through before the next session. I'll make sure everybody has them in their inventories and the stats are right. So it's not a rush right now.
All right.
But you guys have an engine coupling for Fi's Dragonfly, a nav system that can be installed in Moya or the Dragonfly. Rock's new maul, his new fucking hammer. Which you can name because it's not an artifact, so you can name it. 2 of those decent blaster pistols for Orion. The Dragonfly blueprints, a short saber, a set of rocket boots, 20 respirators, system backdoor and synchronicity, 1 Tanari skull, and then the Mimic baby.
Wait, that included the power source for my scythe, the laser thing.
Yes, there was
Okay,
the one power, the one power
okay.
pack. You guys
Power
got the one.
pack. That's what it's called. Okay.
Yeah, you guys only got 1 power pack. Cool. Yeah, so that includes all of that. So you guys have all of that jazz. Again, we'll go through it over the next week. I'll make sure it's in everybody's inventories and stuff. You can, if you want to add what's yours now, that's fine. But if you're not sure, we'll figure it out later.
Can I spend my own gold and get that assault rifle that you were telling me about?
Yeah, it's
How
it's
pricey
600. It's 600 gold by itself.
Oh, never mind.
No,
Yeah.
Maddie, I'll throw some in for you.
The nature
it's all
lady pulling up with the plasma rifle.
Look, let's be real,
No, it's
Maddie.
all good.
Maddie, we down a paladin. We down a paladin. We need this. Please
No,
just
it's
split
alright.
it.
Okay.
If you
Are
don't buy it,
sure?
I'm going to.
Well, I want.
Oh, you cut out. Maddie didn't know how guns work, and rest in peace, Valmoria.
Yeah, she exploded.
She picked up. Oh, this is nice. and just-
Firearm. And then the druid. She just...
Look down the barrel,
Yeah.
pull the trigger at the same time.
Is this thing loaded?
I couldn't get to her in time.
No. All right. Whenever her internet returns,
Okay, sorry, I'm back now. The Wi-Fi reset.
you're good.
All
You're
good. I'll split it with you, so 300 each.
All right. So mark off 300 a pop. And you can mark it down if you want. This gun is called the Celestial Crusher.
I'm trying right now.
My power metal
Okay.
band.
Okay.
we're-
Sorry, I'm back now. I couldn't hear anything y'all just said.
Yeah.
No. You can add it to you want if you want. The gun is called the Celestial Crusher.
Valmoria accidentally shot herself.
Sorry,
Exploded.
guys.
All right. So you guys finish up your transaction. But Maria, you go up to the lady alone and buy the gun afterwards. She kind of looks at you and says, "Careful with this thing. Didn't kill a lot of people.
Cool.
I scavenged it from a battlefield.
Damn.
What battlefield?
Did you win the battle?
Long time ago, people were fighting where all the dead gods are. Showed up afterwards, found that. Don't know where it came from. Real dangerous though.
My grandpa there.
She thinks maybe. I don't know who your grandpa is.
That's fair.
Am I supposed to know?
I mean, he's like a legendary hero or something like that. I don't know.
I don't care about that. He never did nothing for me.
I mean, he saved
He
the
speaks
world, so I
back.
mean, he kind of did. So.
I don't live on the world. I live in space. I would have been fine.
I mean, he saved like all the. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I think I would have been good.
Okay.
What do you know about me? Huh?
God.
I don't. You got me there.
I think you're. I know that you're a very nice young lady, and
You
thank
don't know shit about Shaban.
Son of a bitch.
You think I lived out here in space all these years?
Sammy
You
told
to
us.
push over?
I've
You know
been
how
out here
many
a few days.
you know how many big people come in there like, oh, we're gonna destroy the world, and then they don't do it all the time.
Apparently, this guy got pretty close.
Yeah.
Trying
well,
again.
you believe what you want, kid. I think I would have been fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we got stand your ground laws out here. Castle doctrine.
Come and
Pretty
take it
cool,
flag on top
cool.
of the
I mean,
ship.
She's got a little snake. Don't tread on me flag on the wall.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm a big RFK supporter.
I don't know who that is, but you know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. All right, so you guys dip out of Devon's fucking slag ship back to your ship. No combat. Just seemed like you ran into a traitor. And you guys all have your new equipment and stuff like that. Fi, you have a lot of new technology to organize and start getting installed.
Pretties.
So we'll say that you guys now have some kind of repertoire with Siobhan. You might run into her again. But are headed back in the direction you were going. Anything happening as you guys keep moving in that direction? You're getting closer. You can see the graveyard is not very far away.
Mm,
Can I
Can
cast identify?
Can you cast what?
Identify?
Identify? On the Tanari skull, yes. So you're going to start casting that ritual. What's Valmoria doing?
can I go down to the bottom where the captain's chair is and go give Moya her baby?
Yeah. You walk out and you pull out the data disk. You feel it's like shaking very violently in your hand, similar to the other ones when you introduce them. As you do so, you see like the tendrils of Moya come out. One of them kind of like rests on your shoulder. The other one picks the data disk up off of your hand. Immediately starts like to relax a little bit, starts purring and cuddling. And she seems to like take it inside of the neural network for a moment, like she's going to make sure that it's okay and everything like that. The voice reaches out and you hear, "As usual, thank you."
Of course. I am happy. I put my staff to work, and I'm really happy we're getting closer to getting all of them back for you.
And she says,
He's a little feisty thing.
"Yes, a problem child, but this would make half of my children we have recovered. You have my everlasting thanks."
Don't mention it, girl. We owe you so much more than just getting you your babies back. That's not even a thing you should be thanking me for. Just much love. Enjoy your little
Yeah.
baby back.
Yeah, so you spend some time out there with Moya. She warns you like she can feel where you guys are coming up on, so she just wants everybody to be attentive.
Mhm.
And anything else going on as you guys are approaching this graveyard? A car is casting Identify. Any other thing going on in this like 10 minutes?
can I see?
We're looking over the blueprints.
I was
Got it.
gonna see. Can I see maybe with the help of Fire Sabir? I know they're not very familiar with the technology, but are the pistols reloaded with like cells or do they overheat?
They have power cells, correct.
Okay.
From a mechanic standpoint, a single power cell, you can shoot a pistol 16 times.
Okay.
And then you'll have to reload. You guys have the power cells that were in the pistols, and Fi and Sabir can probably make more on their own with some time.
Okay.
But you did not buy any more power cells.
And then
Any of them?
I'll go ahead and throw the power pack on my scythe.
Sure. So basically what it means is that your scythes, for now, and you can upgrade it further later, but this is a basic power pack. Your scythe's regular slashing damage, when you turn it on, which it can stay on for an hour a day before you have to recharge it, just switches to force damage straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, you can get better power packs eventually that will actually add damage, but this is like a damage change.
Okay. And that's
the
all
other ones
for
are
me.
pretty expensive. Yeah. What about, you said Fi, you're looking over the blueprints and stuff?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me another Tinker's check with advantage real quick.
God.
damn. Okay. Pick something right now. You can install the engine coupling in 10 minutes or the nav system.
Decoupling, I guess.
All right, engine coupling gets the engines working on your ship. Weapons aren't back at full, but the ship can fly.
Also, another question I had was, Wyrith the one that died in the war?
Yes, Wyrith did die a long time ago because of the whole debacle with Bahamut.
I was kind of considering naming the ship that.
Naming the ship Wyrith? Yeah, if you wanted to, absolutely.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah, he passed away a long time ago. You, Fi, would be very aware of who he was, of course.
Yeah.
But
Any of the items we acquired, can y'all make like another copy or no?
with enough time and money, they could.
Okay.
It's
So
just
they
kind of
got
limiting
the
while you guys are like on the
resources
mission and
time.
stuff. But like if they were at school with nothing else to do in their downtime, yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
Now these are very expensive items to make, and the parts are hard to get, right? Because they're only in the astral plane, but it's possible. And there are a lot of professors at the school that could help with it, like the artificer professor and stuff. They're pretty familiar with this kind of tech. Let's see. A car is casting Identify on the Tanari skull. Give me a second. All right. So so this is a very jarring moment for a car because you mainly deal with devils. Those are the people that you are familiar with and you know. This is a Tanari skull. This is a demon skull. Not only that, the Tanari are the demons that are alive now are not Tanari. Tanari were the first demons. They were the ones that existed in the very beginning. With an Identify spell, you realize not only is this not just a Tanari skull, this is like an ancient Tanari skull from back at a time when they were called Oberiths. And you think, you're not sure, this might have belonged to an entity called the Pale Knight, who at one point was used by Orcus to father the entire race of demons. It has an immensely magical aura just because you realize like this is the skull of something dead that at one point was greater than an entity. Like from the little bit Akar knows about the Pale Knight, she was a Tanari that was one of the few that was not considered strictly evil. She was a woman who was always seen like in a white dress, kind of obscured. No one could ever see her face. But she was incredibly powerful. She was just otherworldly. Whenever Orcus was coming to his rise in the abyss and everything like that, and the Tanari were in the process of being created as they were the first demons in the children of Orcus, she was the creature that Orcus used as essentially just a breeding pool to make the Tanari. And you think that like the magic you feel, like you can't really access it now, but if somebody were able to like really channel the magic in this, like it has some natural spell casting ability.
Well, so y'all hold on to that.
Alright, so you put it in your bag. Big ass skull with horns, like this kind of like alien looking but feminine skull. It's got two horns and like spikes on the cheeks and stuff. You put that in your bag. Alright. You guys are approaching the graveyard of the gods. Any other last minute stuff you want to do, this is the time.
Philip Homer was sawdust.
Fill up Homer with sawdust, fair enough.
I want to.
The rest of you? You good? I've got some.
I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 hemocrafts on my scythe, one being radiant and one being fire.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all it takes.
So you can go ahead and roll the damage on those. And those last until a short or long rest, so that's good. All right. So you guys pull up on the edge of a place that seems somewhat familiar because you've been to an area of this place before. As you enter, you see space where it was already vibrating and shifting around the ship begins to even more violently move. These shapes and colors that are shifting, the purples and the greens, they're like roiling and pushing against each other, trying to take over and gain dominance in this area. It seems like everything in this area is fighting for control. And as you enter, you immediately start to see on the edges these smaller, yeah, you can gift of alacrity, that's fine. These smaller, like, entities, what you assume to be, like, old, lesser deities, completely forgotten, bodies just pieced up, some of them made of stone, some made of marble, some made of dirt, some made of shadow, you can't really tell. Faces, some you can make out, others you see are just these shadowless voids of, like, not only has the god been forgotten, but what they ever looked like doesn't exist anymore either. And you see in front of you that this huge graveyard floating through space just gets more and more and more dense and seems to culminate in, you can assume, there seems to be a central area that seems to be holding all of these corpses almost in place, circling around it.
Does it look like there's stuff coming out of the central area, or we can't see it?
No, you don't see anything coming in or out. It just looks almost like a small, like, there's something you can't see in the central area, and like it feels like a small gravity well, like a planet's orbit, just keeping these bodies moving around it without able to leave that area into the rest of space.
Hmm. Do we see, I know it said belly of a dead god. Do we see any like light or movement or anything coming from
No,
like
no more
bodies?
than you would in the graveyard. Yeah, you guys again, because especially because the scale of the gods' bodies, like these gods dwarf your ship as you're passing them, even the small ones.
Okay.
They make Moya seem small. So like you guys are just kind of passing by giant floating body parts and heads and different appendages that have fallen off, and you can't really tell anything specific right now. But there's there's no more light than there was outside from like the stars and suns in the distance stuff. Like you can see fine, but that's just by nature of being in space. You at the moment, from what you're saying, you don't see any like external light source in here. You don't see anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Brock, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you feel does his armor feel anything?
I will say for Rock, the feeling that your armor has is closer, but not necessarily like it's like right next door. Like you're pretty sure that it's probably somewhere in this area, but it doesn't feel like it's in the central spot, like in the direction you're going.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what is the captain doing? You keep going forward?
Lordy. I mean, we kind of got to go in unless we get off Moya, but I don't think that's such a smart decision. So I say we go forward very cautiously and slowly.
Okay. So you start kind of creeping forward a little bit, being very safe, making sure you don't hit anything. You guys have a good view on everything. You guys travel for about an hour through this graveyard, passing by bodies. You don't see anything, but you feel as you get near the center of this gravity start to get stronger and stronger. So as you pull towards where you feel this energy is coming from, you see that there is a small, wider opening, and in the center there does seem to be one body, maybe two, some combination of entities that seem to be the force that's holding this gravity together, and they seem to be made of body parts that are much larger than even all the rest. As you guys enter this area, I need everybody to make an investigation or a perception check.
Got it.
Oh, that was out of bench. Fuck. My bad.
You're good. Bunch of really good rolls.
Can I roll with advantage if I use a superiority die?
If you want to burn it, go for it.
You said investigation too?
Yes. 22. All right. Does anybody have anything they want to add to a roll or anything?
I don't got anything.
I guess I can add a flash of genius to Belmore.
Okay. A 28 does it. You guys pull into this opening area, and as you do, you feel the gravity kind of like take the ship and start moving it around. It's not sucking you directly into it, just kind of moving you in a circle around it. And as you move around and get this view, Valmoria, you only see this because you are tapped into Moya's senses, and you have this blind sight right now within 500 feet. It's the only reason you sense this. Go ahead, Valmoria, and you roll me a history check with advantage too.
Okay. Oh shit, I did not mean to do insight. So sorry.
Dang.
16? On a 16, you, with your blind sight, even without seeing it with your own eyes, you feel like you're moving around, and you think, and you're like, maybe, but not sure. You absolutely feel that the body in the center is, at least in part, Orcus's.
Oh shit.
Now, with your 28, you, with your blind sight, immediately sense on the belly of Orcus's corpse not one, but two figures standing there.
Oh god. Since I'm down there, can anybody hear me, or would there be a way for me to let
You
everybody
have Moya's telepathy at your disposal right now, so yes.
Can I
You can talk to the whole ship.
Okay, can I notify everyone that I see two like figures standing on the belly of this creature, and that creature is part of He Who Shall Not Be Named, the Big O, the Man.
You're speaking telepathically right now, so.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
can I say it telepathically?
But you would be giving the name to everybody else on the ship.
Yeah,
Nope. The Big O, the Man, the Myth, the Legend. If you
Randy
know, you
Orton.
know.
Randy Orton. No.
It's Randy Orton. RKO.
Yeah. So you guys hear Valmoria, and all of your brains say there are two people on this body right now. Are you guys doing anything specific, or are you just preparing for when you get closer?
I'd say you start being a little weary. Is there any way we can like try to use some cover to our advantage to like maybe?
I mean, you guys can all you can all like dip but below the side of the ship and stuff, but like right now the Orcus's back is facing you.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have to come around to the other side.
Okay. So we're coming from behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah. I just think we should probably start getting ready for something. If shit pops off.
All right. So as you guys slowly pull around, very tentatively, Valmoria, do you stay in the captain's deck, or you just tell Moya to pull around and go up top?
I tell Moya to cautiously and safely pull around, and then I go up to the top deck.
All right. So you all, as you pull around, see an... If it'll let me do it, hold on. Uncomfortably familiar scene.
Oh, goody two shoes. This is... Hey guys, I feel like we've seen this before.
You see the pieces of his body split up, the runes all over drawn, and as you guys come from his back area over here and come around his head, see his remaining floating horn in space. You see on the stomach two individuals. One, a smaller half-elf man, and the other, a huge, probably 10.5-foot tall individual, covered in this dark, spiky armor with these two horns that curl up and come out at the top. First of all, Innie standing next to you instantly, just under breath, says, Q. The dude is Q. The half-elf, that is Q. That's his body. The second individual, I need everybody to roll a history check. Just flat. No advantages, nothing. Just flat.
Ding dong.
Hey, yo!
Not wrong! Whoa!
Dang! Rock remember shit today. Yes,
Well, because
sir.
don't you remember
You on that shit.
section 28 of page
Yeah.
23?
Section 2BCA.
Oh, Valmoria! Oh my.
All right, Rock's carrying this round. Rock's got it.
Valmoria's.
Let's go.
Where's that?
Person.
So on a 19, because even though it was a 19, it was still a natural 20. You guys just yesterday had your whole debacle and everything like that. And Rock, for some reason, like, you remember after the fact, like, Amara was talking to you guys about some kind of vision that she had about some really crazy shit. And she mentioned at the end of the vision she saw who she thought was Vanala, Orcus, and someone else. There was a individual who she described it looked like one of Orcus's subservients or generals. The armor that she described matches this guy.
Oh shit.
Hold up.
We might not want to fuck around with this guy.
As you guys pull around, you instantly see this figure turn a little bit to the right. He sees the ship pull around, and instead of a look of surprise, you see his face, a pale white with a tinge of red, 2 eyes, black beads, stare at you, and you see him smile.
Oh shit, it's
I wave
Haru.
at him.
Oh shit,
Wait.
it's Haru. Oh, it's so Haru.
You guys are probably 100, 200 feet away now. You watch as this individual looks at you, smiles, looks back, and looks at Quentin. You see this glazed over look in Q's face. He reaches out, grabs Q by the throat, kind of raises him up a little bit, and then shoves him into Orcus's stomach.
What the fuck?
No.
Interesting take.
Q
Interesting.
immediately disappears. You don't see his body. You don't see where he went inside of Orcus. Immediately gone. The individual stands up, turns around, looks at all of you. You see this armor that he's wearing wavers, and it looks like an illusion. And you see, from the face, the helmet disappears. You see a red face, a goatee, 2 long horns, as a moth flies out of his mouth.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Wait.
red
A moth flew out of his.
Wait, can
Why
you
are
repeat
we
the description?
always messing with these boys?
The helmet he was wearing disappears as an illusion. You see a long, angular, red face with a goatee, 2 long, curved horns, as he smiles with his sharpened teeth, and a singular moth flies out of his
That's
mouth.
fucking him. That's fucking Vanala.
All of you roll a history check.
Gee, I've never taken so many notes in my life, guys.
Oh my god, Orion.
Oh,
God. Oh my.
Any silvery
God.
barbs here or anything like?
Yes,
can
I
I-
silvery barbs
yeah.
Orion. I give him advantage and I let
Can
him
I-
20,
roll.
26. 26 is good though.
Okay.
Oh, well, as long as he knows.
Someone knows.
5.
God damn.
You look at this individual. You've heard them talk about Haru and Vanala. This isn't either of them. This is the Lord of the Hells.
Hmm.
For
That's
some
weird.
reason, Asmodeus is here right now and just did that in front of you.
Just, you're both wrong.
Wait.
Are we still
No.
He
like,
smiles.
making our way?
He smiles at all of you. You hear a voice in your mind. Again, same smile, moth flying around his head. Voice in your mind says, "Tick-tock, children," and he disappears.
We gotta rush over.
And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Alright.
all right.
Silvery
Alright.
Barbs, the end session, maybe.
Silvery Barb, we gotta go another 3 hours.
I'll fucking do it.
Dude,
I'll do it.
ain't
Yeah,
no
literally.
way.
I
Literally.
will do it right now.
What a cliffhanger.
What?
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
Were these like runes lit up on Orcus last time?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tweaking then.
It's just the. Yeah.
Dude, what the hell? As soon as you said like goatee red, I was like, oh, that's Asmodeus. Then we were like, oh, it's Vanilla.
Well, I just thought it was vanilla because of the mouth.
Well,
out of his
the
mouth.
reason I said a moth is because I don't know if he even remembers. Whenever I read that whole thing for Maz, the last line was he smiled and a moth flew out of his mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. It's just anytime I think of bugs, I just immediately think
Yeah.
of vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, most bugs in this world are associated with Vanilla, but specifically moths are related to Asmodeus.
Right after we started bonding with the other party too. Now, fucking about to lose Q. That's crazy.
To be
Oh my
continued.
god. Alright, guys, end of the campaign. It was fun.
Yeah, so
My vote is let's just start shooting his stomach. Get him out that way.
I bet that poem makes a little more sense now.
But yeah, I mean, no kidding.
A little more literal than you probably thought.
no, actually, I thought
I
it was
really
exactly
thought-
gonna be
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna
that
be in
is-
Orcus's belly, but I knew it was gonna be in somebody's.
Well, that's the only dead god I had thought of, so that was of importance.
So now Asmodeus is trying to fucking do shit with Orcus. How many motherfuckers fuck with this man?
Well, you guys talked to Hades, and he said, well, two entities trying to drain off the same stream, you know?
Yeah.
So if Asmodeus and Vanilla are both trying to bring Orcus about, why not work together more so than?
I think it would be really bold to think that Asmodeus is trying to bring Orcus back. There are a lot of things you can do with the bodies of a dead god.
I also don't think they would work together because Vanilla took Orcus's name. Wouldn't take it, but
He took
Also-
Asmodeus' name, yeah. Or in whatever way he acquired it. You guys haven't learned that piece of information.
his silly little game he played to get the name.
Well, that's what people say. They say it was a betting game, but nobody knows but those two.
They were just playing like Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, who know?
God damn it!
Or these
Vanilla hit the
history
sick
checks on this
reverse
last
card
one,
and it was
too.
over.
Yeah, what were these history checks?
They 1v1.
These were rough.
Pretty bad. I mean, one of them was to remember what Orcus was. The second was to remember the vision Amara had and talked to you guys about. But
Yeah, Rock came in clutch. Actually,
yeah, shout out Rock.
do y'all not
A
remember?
moment of clarity.
You fool.
It was that prayer. That's all it was. It was that prayer. I think.
No cap.
Yeah,
God's like, remember.
old Mama
You have to
Goliath
get
was
like,
like.
really tiny glasses or a monocle.
Oh,
Well,
barbarian.
now you guys have a choice for next session: go back to school or jump into Orcus' stomach.
Oh shit.
Not it.
jumping in.
What a session to miss. What a
True.
session to not be at.
Especially when
Black hole grenade was-
had she been here, you guys wouldn't have had to roll for those history checks. Like,
Well, there's no way that the other party's gonna be okay with just leaving.
True.
But they don't. Do they? They don't know who
That is.
Big O is.
they don't know who that guy was. They saw him shove Quentin into a dead god and go somewhere else.
Oh yeah, they are gonna want Q. Yeah, they're gonna want quote Q back. So we're really not gonna be able to leave.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
they'll go
we owe
without
it
you
to
guys
them
if you
for
don't want to
that.
follow them, and I don't think they would
Yeah, I
hold
was
it
gonna
against
say. I
you.
think
But
I was gonna say. I think we owe it to them though for us to help them. We've already made it this far. We
Gotta
agreed
see
to
it
help
through, my
them.
boy.
Yeah.
What happened last
now,
session?
I just want to warn you guys: if you haven't put it together, it's pretty obvious where his stomach goes, right?
His ass, duh.
Yeah,
Come on.
we're going through his asshole, boys. Oh, is
To
that
go
what
to
you're talking about?
the
I don't know.
serpent's
I'll be
coil.
waiting for y'all on the other side.
If Asmodeus himself was here and then disappeared, there's only one place he's going back to.
The 9th layer of hell.
And if he shoved Q through this place, like obviously that's sending Q somewhere in hell.
We going to hell,
Up to you guys
boys.
to decide if you're ready or not. Yeah. Maybe you could try and reason with the other party. Maybe do some more prep first. I don't know, but you guys got choices.
I think the other party's gonna want to go. That's my belief. They might not want to, but I just feel like they're gonna want to go.
I've been waiting to give that twist for so long, man.
Oh, fuck. I'm actually kind of nervous about this one. Not gonna lie.
Oh, it's bad when Rock's nervous, guys.
I mean, if we're going to Hell Rock, that's your time. There's no tucking our way out of that shit.
There's no morals there, Rock.
Yeah.
You beat the fuck out of whoever you want down there.
That's just constant fucking action down there.
I know. My thing though is I thought we said we were done fucking with gods for a while.
Well,
You indeed are not.
Well, the
Why?
thing is we weren't. This wasn't our objective. We're coming to
yeah.
help Q.
This
we
was
didn't
a-
know this was gonna happen.
Yeah, we didn't. This was our intention. Wasn't to be jumping into Orcus's stomach. That wasn't really our
Oh.
goal. Oh wait, I should probably stop recording.